They built this monster. Now they get to meet it. They thought your silence meant weakness. But silence is what happens right before the detonation. You weren't healing. You were calculating. You were studying. You were letting the venom settle in your bloodstream until it became your fuel. They thought you went quiet because you gave up.
All right, we'll get back to you.
Awesome.
Thanks, Ben. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
What? Why did I say that?
No. You went quiet because you leveled up beyond language. You stopped trying to prove your worth. You stopped trying to be the bigger person. You stopped setting yourself on fire to keep cowards warm. Because you realized it was never about being better than them. It was about outlasting them. And now, you're not standing in front of them. You're standing above them. Not because you climbed a ladder they built, but because you dismantled theirs and built a fortress with the wreckage. And that fortress, it's made of every breakdown you survived. Every time you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize your own face. Every time you screamed into the dark and the dark screamed back. Every time you were told you were too much, or worse, not enough. You turned every failure into a blade, every loss into a shield, every rejection into a roar. And now you walk with that energy, that untouchable atomic no-return energy. You don't just enter rooms anymore, you shift the gravity inside them. People feel you now. Not because you're loud, but because you've become the epicenter of consequence. They used to ignore you. Now they watch their words around you. They used to mock you. Now they lower their gaze. Because deep down, they know. They know what they did. They know what they tried to break. They know how hard they pushed. And they know that whatever you are now, they're not ready for it. Because here's the truth they'll never admit. You were never the villain. You were the target. You were the one they tried to chain, to shrink, to silence. Because something in you terrified them from the start. You didn't destroy the peace. You destroyed the illusion. They painted you as unstable. But really, you were just awake. They painted you as selfish. But you were just done bleeding for people who never bled for you. They called you ruthless because you finally refused to be used. What the fuck did you turn into? You turned into a force of reckoning. You turned into a voice that doesn't shake anymore. A presence that doesn't ask to be respected. It demands it by default. You turned into someone that doesn't wait to be understood. You speak, and the world has to adjust. Because this version of you, it's not a phase, it's not a mask, it's not a mood. It's a permanent scar that walks, breathes, and bites back. This isn't your comeback. This is your declaration of war. This is the warning they never saw coming, the prophecy written in trauma, etched in survival, and delivered with a vengeance wearing your smile. You don't want closure. You want results. You don't need peace. You are the storm. They asked for this. They poked the demon, mocked the process, laughed at your pain. Now they don't get to play victim. Now they face the final product. The one who doesn't forget. The one who doesn't bow. The one who doesn't blink. This isn't healing. This is havoc. And the most terrifying part? You're just getting started. You ever watch people suddenly become spiritual once you stop playing nice? Suddenly it's, you've changed. You're toxic. You need help. No, you got help. Just not the kind they wanted you to get. You didn't crawl back to them. You didn't ask for forgiveness. You didn't beg for understanding. You dismantled your own damn cage, piece by piece. And by the time they looked up, you were already unrecognizable. See, they loved you when you were manageable. when you were bending over backwards, when you were doubting yourself, when you were desperate for a crumb of their validation. They don't love the new you, because the new you doesn't need them anymore. The new you is fluent in silence, fluent in wrath, fluent in self-respect, so sharp it slices their fake concern in half. You used to be a mirror, reflecting whatever they wanted to see. But now you're a weaponized truth, and they can't handle the reflection. You stopped apologizing for surviving. You stopped shrinking to fit their comfort. You stopped pretending that what they did didn't destroy you, because it did. But you know what else it did? It resurrected something ancient, something deeper than forgiveness, something louder than closure. It unleashed the version of you that doesn't ask, doesn't wait, doesn't break. You are the final result of every single time they thought you'd stayed down. But you didn't. You rose, not beautifully, not softly, not with grace. You rose like an earthquake. You came back wrong, on purpose. You came back with shadows in your blood and fire in your breath.
When choosing the right gear to cut, trim, or mow your yard, Ace has all the power you need to get the job.
And now you haunt them. Not because you try to, but because your existence is a reminder of what they failed to erase. They called you broken, but broken things don't build empires. They called you lost, but lost souls don't carry storms in their eyes. They called you angry, and they're damn right. You carry righteous rage in your chest like a second heartbeat, not to destroy the world, but to burn away every lie they ever fed you. This isn't vengeance. This is balance. This is the universe correcting itself through your scars. This is every ounce of pain you endured with interest. This is the cost of trying to shatter someone who refused to stay shattered. And now you walk differently, talk differently. You're not looking for peace. You are the consequence of what happens when peace is denied too long. You are the aftershock, the fallout, the lesson they never learned until it was too late. They didn't want healing. They wanted control. They didn't want forgiveness. They wanted submission. But now they face the full weight of what they created.
Hello, Miss Fox. How you doing? Look at what I've become. I know. I'm shocked at myself. But yeah, I can't. It's me. That's what I've become. How are you doing tonight? I hope your night's going good. Hope everything's going good. What have I become? I become exactly what I built. A machine. A machine. Possessed. Yes. Possessed with justice. Not only for myself, for others. Yes, true. Came back with rage. This is true. This is true. I cannot deny that. That it is true. It's true. I no longer uh, need anybody. Right? Don't need anybody. Well, I know that ain't true. Everybody needs somebody sometimes. But I've learned to shut the world off. I've learned to. I just don't care. Who cares? Don't care. I become a star of madness, their anger, their hate, their pain, their abuse, their controlling life, their Nazism. I stood up and said, enough is enough, I say. Nah, little Debbie. All right. Well, it's saying that I'm having. Can you still hear me, W? It's saying I'm having performance issue. Hold 1 minute, please. You can? All right. Yeah, and that's what I become. Usually I'm just quiet and chilling. But now in my heart, this fire burns right for justice, right? Look at the ugliness that you created. They created it. The war that I didn't want, the world didn't want. They pushed, they created it. Yeah. What have I become? I become exactly what I built, a machine. Just so happens that it's a U.S. military machine. That's what I become. Cold, heartless. I don't care. It's casualties of war. A darkness, a heart that used to pump love, and women were so great and beautiful and smelled great too. Cold and get away from me. You're heartless. These women, and they're just cold darkness. I'm like, I can't have it. That's what I become. I know a lot of people don't like it. I'll have to tone it down. I'll have to tone it down. Right? But yeah, I don't care. Oh, Johnny, beautiful woman over there. Who cares? Her beauty can't save her. It might lure many. Yes, true. It might lure many. But not me. I stay strong. Nah, I can't right now. I must continue on. And beauty is the beast, really. Nothing against beautiful women, but some of these guys will chase these women. Uh, a woman ain't worth if she ain't worth chasing. And I ain't seen nothing worth chasing, and I just don't chase because I ain't worth chasing. I'm half the man I used to be. But that's what they created. I didn't create this madness. They created it. I wanted to be left alone. They wouldn't leave me alone. They had to control me. You're not a man if you don't do this. If you don't, my God, do I have to go through the things? Darkness. Well, I've been there. I know darkness. It's a lonely place. The only thing you got in darkness is thy God Almighty, King of Kings. That's the only thing in the darkness. Other than that, there ain't nothing in the dark but madness, crazy monsters, evil. And what do? You just react. You go crazy, you explode, you detonate, you blow up. It's a nuclear bomb. Care, madness, casualties of war. Get out of my way. Don't care. We don't bow to nobody but thy God Almighty, King of Kings. I hope you folks are happy with what you created. You just couldn't be happy with the lovable, funny Johnny Kramer, the music funny guy. But no, you just had to pick on him and everything. Oh my God, look at him. He's been in an accident. You don't even look anything. He's a beast. He's just, my God, how hideous. My God, it looks like he lost a hair follicle. He must be completely bald underneath his hat or whatever. These people are idiots. I no longer need humans. And after what they did to thy God Almighty, Father of all, Creator of all, Heavenly Father, I don't think they're worth being humans. Now I understand what the angels and everybody was screaming out. when they crucified Jesus, these people ain't even worth being humans. All glory goes to God. And if it wasn't for God keeping this fuel in me, this madness, this I don't know where I'd be. I don't know. Nah, well, what can you do? They created it. The machine, the war. Not me. And as Stallone said in First Blood, I didn't draw First Blood. They did. I hear you, baby. And we're pumping it out. Pumping it out. Nah, well, I hope you folks like what you've created. You've created a machine. And there's probably only one thing that'll get this machine to break down. And that's physical touch and time spent with an incredible woman. But I ain't seeing any right now. The Lord said, wait it. For there might not be it any worth it spending time it or money it on. Yo, I hear you, Lord. I hears you. So thank you, world, for what you've created. Sickness is a part of this world. Adapt, overcome, and move on. Ask for forgiveness. Don't take lives. Love one another. No one is perfect except for God. And don't fall to the beauty. And God bless America. What's after my wrath of a machine that they created? I want to thank Debbie Fox for creating that. I want to thank all you women out there. All you dudes. Most of the women that were jealous. And every dog has their day. And like I told these people, when was it, 10 years ago? And I was, you punks should watch what you're saying, because you might be talking to somebody that might be a nobody to you, but to someone else, someone real powerful. And that's probably what happened to most of these people, is they probably smarted off to the wrong people. And not everyone is like me, where I take it and use it and put it inside, and I feed on it, the madness, the pain, all of it. You feed on it and everything. It'll break you down and everything, but it'll also make you strong. Miss Debbie Fox wishes that it was cold. Well, everybody told me to shut up when I said I want winter to stick around for a while. Everyone knew, shut up, winter, bud. They're now looking, burning up like ants underneath a magnifying glass. Nah, well, hey, Debbie, did you see Chicago and Indiana got hit with like a dust storm? Completely. It looked like Chicago was actually in like a deep pea soup fog, but it was actually a dust storm. It hit here too. It was like an orangish, like a brownish. I don't know what it was, man. I know this much. I went out to my car, and it looks like there is dust on my car a little bit. I just washed it the other day. I feed these birds. I love these birds around here. But either somebody yanked one off in the parking lot all over my car, or a bird flew over it and just pelleted it with bird crap. And I just washed it the other day. I wonder if that was a sign from God. Or is that a bird's way of telling you, hey, I love you. I crapped all over your car. Or is it from somebody, one of my ancestors, that are like, you're not being good, and I just crapped all over your car, you just washed it. Did I get mad? No. I'm hoping it's bird crap and not some sicko walking around here jerking up in the parking lot all over the cars. Yeah, just like every woman and every man and everything in this world that loves to crap all over me, I'm not taking their crap anymore. And sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. And I don't want to do nothing anymore. I got stuff to do this summer. Whirlybirds. Taking care of the yard or whatever. Hope I make it through that. When we told them the truth, what I also used was truth, that we spoke to these people and told them. And they turned around and told us that we were liars and didn't know what we were talking about. I took that and used it as fuel and became smarter, even though I have a disability. Bad back and knees and everything else. Breaking down. I've learned to channel it and use it much like a kung fu master of meditating. I mean, and fed off of it and used it also as content and improvisation. And the pain sucked. I'm going to tell you folks right now, if you ever been poisoned, if you ever been in an accident, if you ever had a broken bone or a brain accident or anything, or just breaking down from hard labor your whole life working, there's pain in a lot of it. And you do anything to try and overcome it. Eventually your body is going to reject the bad things that you're putting in it, even the prescription pills that the doctor are going to give it. And then you're going to learn how to channel pain, or not channel it, but control it mentally. It's there with me every day. And you got to learn to do a little bit, relax, do a little bit. It's the only way you're going to get through the day without alcohol, drugs, or prescriptions. Hydrate yourself a lot. I wish I can practice what I preach, because I don't drink enough fluids when I am out doing work and stuff. Whirlybirds. They're in oak trees, Debbie. They're oak tree pod seeds. When they fall to the ground, they spin like a helicopter. Whirlybird. And there's like 6 trees, giant maple trees. Or oak trees or whatever. I think they're maple or something. They might be oak trees. But they're just everywhere. I went there to cut their yard today, and they were just everywhere. It's been like this every year, but this year is the worst I've ever seen it. What I thought was leaves on the tree were not leaves. They were whirlybirds. These just I can't believe how many there were. They're all over the place. They'll drive you crazy. As you're cutting the grass and getting rid of them, the wind's blowing and blowing them out of the trees right back into the place that you just cut. You just cut that whole part of it, mulched it all up, pushed it all out of there. And as you're doing it, they're falling from the trees all over. It's monotonous. It'll drive you crazy. You're trying to rake them up, and as you're raking them up, they're falling right back onto the ground. You got to do it in stages because it'll drive you nuts. Literally. No, I'm having nightmares about them. Whirlybirds. Look it up, Debbie, on YouTube. Whirlybirds from trees. I'll just do it myself.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Alex Lawn Adventures. So today we have about a once a year deal that this happens, and so what I call them is maple squirters or helicopters. I don't know the exact correct term of what they're called, but they come off the tree, and so you can see all these deals inside here. Inside this little pod is like a seed. And when this seed gets planted, like in a flower bed for say, then it grows little maple trees. And so you can see that they're all scattered all over in the yard. So how do you deal with these? Well, just keep mowing them. Just keep mowing them out, keep mowing them. Blow all these off the sidewalk and everything. You may have to kill some maple seedlings out of your flower beds and whatever, but just keep mowing, because eventually you're going to either A, ground them up,
Which
and
is good
they'll be gone, or B, if they do grow
fertilizer
maple trees in your lawn,
by mulch.
you're just gonna cut the tops off of them and kill them, and you're not even gonna notice. So like if you go over here to this side, there is very little, but over here where this maple tree is right there, that's where they're all over this side.
That's a small tree.
So the best way to deal with them is just to keep mowing them out. You probably really can't rake them out. I mean, you probably could, but they're just going to keep falling for however long they're going to fall for. So it's not going to do you much good to rake them out. But just keep mowing them. I'm actually getting ready to do a mow right now.
Yeah. This is coming from all us yard workers going out to Debbie 5. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. Girl, let me lay you down in the grass so I can get whirly birds all over your ass. Ah. What I say, girl. What I say. Said a 1 to the 3 to the 4 to the 5. I got millions of these whirly birds in the sky. I'm gonna break it down, gonna bring it down low for you. Hip hop, heavy hop, don't stop till all the whirly birds have dropped. This might take a while, girl. Might make a month of picking up the whirly birds all in your gut. Yeah, gonna give you what I got. That's my time to pick up your whirly bird all night. Uh-huh. What I said. Uh-huh. What I said. I said, I'm gonna love you like a whirly bird. I'm gonna love you like a whirly bird, girl. No, I love a good one. Bring me back.
Okay, so we got the lawn mowed, and with that Toro, it doesn't do the best job of mulching stuff up, and the suction ain't very great. And that's one of the things I really am disappointed on that Toro. But we'll flip this around. You can see that a lot of the copters, or whatever you want to call them, are still here, but it chopped them up. I mean, most of it's in pieces, but it just didn't do a good.
All right. Now, I agree with the dude. Some of these lawnmowers don't do a good enough job sucking them up when you put the bagger on there. But I do believe that I'm highly a believer in when whirlybird season comes along, you got to mulch or you got to cut. I prefer to cut low, and you start at one side of the yard and you do one row at a time, pushing all of the stuff to one side. You cut low, therefore you're picking them all up. You're getting as low as you can, not real low. I mean, maybe 2 inches. And you chop it all up, and you just keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing the whole pile, each row, back and forth, pushing it to the street. Some people like to rake. I've literally seen people go crazy raking them up. I mean, it's especially if you have a pretty thick yard, they get embedded in there. I think the only way to really deal with it is you got to have a proper machine to suck them up, and you got to cut lower than you usually cut. That's why I do it one time. Although some people don't like that. One time, right? You cut, you blow them out of the flower beds into the yard. You blow them off first you start on the roof, blow them off the roof into the flower beds, whatever, around the house. And then you go into the flower beds, you blow them out of there, into the yard. Then you jump on the tractor and you grind them up, you cut the yard. But being that when you got 6 of these giant trees on your property, all on a small yard, it's not very big. I mean, it's big, but it ain't that big. It's not even probably a half an acre. These things pile up a lot when you got 6 giant trees that have these pods. They get everywhere. So you don't, probably the last cut I do about 2 inches, because that gets down low and it gets them all out, right? It gets every last bit of them out, the last cut of whirlybird season when they drop. After that, you go back to cutting regular height. I did throw in that little song there. That was improvising right off the top of my head. I hope you didn't mind. I hope I didn't upset you, Miss Debbie Fox. I was just breaking it down. But that's what I have also become. This is what I become. I don't care. It's cold. I don't want to be it. But that's what they created. Right? Just want to walk away from everything, which I already did. I don't know. He needs to sharpen his blades. Yeah, sharpen blades. Blades got to be sharpened. I can be cold as ice. Yeah, I know. You've been experimenting on me with a very cold woman, dark, very dark. And it fed on. I thank you for being so. This is why it's so easy for me just to tell you, go pick your boogers. Yeah. And that's what, thank you for being so. It's made me look at women differently. Before I was like, oh my God, it's a woman. It's a beautiful creation of God and everything. You don't want to say anything bad. But then I remember how cold you were, and it was so easy for me to just come up and, sorry, your booty is too big. But I must say it because you created this. You helped feed this machine. Horrible. I don't want to be it. You don't want to be it. We don't want to be it. Wouldn't you want to be a Dr. Pepper too? I don't know. I probably would. Ah, well, man, my throat is all messed up. I've been sick for like 4 days. Shivers, the shakes, the shimmy sham jams. Hungry, then not hungry. Angry, but then even more angry. As the world turns, so does YouTube. It's so dark, and who cares about the world? But if it wasn't for Debbie Fox being so cold and rootless, heartless, just a cold black woman, probably wouldn't be who I was today, who I am today, which is nobody. That's fine with me. Nah, Celt, how you doing, dude? I was just sitting here showing this Debbie of what this world has created, and cold heart killer. It's just unbelievable. Literally, man, for hire. It's just dark. It's just cold what this world has created, and thanks to Miss Debbie Fox and most of the women in my life, it's just. No, I was acting. I was acting out the possession, the madness that I've seen on YouTube go. I'm happy right now. I'm really happy. I couldn't tell you how happy I am. It's just happy to be alive. It was just a happening. A skit co. Sorry, dude. Debbie's cold. She's very cold. As you can see what she posted in my chat. She can be cold as ice. And she will sacrifice your love. No, don't blame yourselves. Don't blame yourselves. Let me do that for you. Yeah, so let me see what Cal said. Debbie is a good woman. Yeah. She always is, ain't she? Ain't she? It's always Johnny's fault. But thank you for blaming me, because that fuels the fire. As I said, even today they continue to feed it. It changes. It's like a beast. It's like a machine. It adapts. It overcomes. It strikes. It moves. It hides. It exposes itself. Says, here I am. And then disappears. Gone. I've even seen it before. I've seen it all the time. Something, something. Those are the words I remember for the goal. So they say heart ache sometimes, or something, something. Yeah, something. There's a lot of something and nothing. And I've seen a lot of nothing. That could have been something, but it wasn't. It was nothing. But they turned it into something. They created this machine that there was nothing in it, perfectly innocent of any wrongdoing in any of this crap that they're going through. So they took the something that was nothing and fed it to them, thus creating something that they can't control now. Oh, glory goes to God. The song you reference, who sings it? What song? Oh, this song? Nothing from nothing means something. You gotta have nothing if you wanna be with me. Oh, Celt. Debbie is a good woman. Oh, they're blowing kisses. She probably blows you kisses every day. That's okay. Get some sleep. You'll remember it. Once you get some sleep. Can't sleep. Someone went. Oh, one of your roommates went out and they might need a ride home. Nah, you're a good person. Excuse me. The song is by Foreigner. Head Knockers. That's the song you're talking about. Dirty White Boys. Foreigner. Cold as ice. Yes. No. Yes, that's true. I said, she was cold as ice. She was willing to sacrifice your love. Which she never had, my love. My love. Oh, Foghat. Yeah, man, Foghat was great. Hold on a minute, folks. What in the heck did you do? Serial killer. She what? That one lady serial killer slept with the lead singer of Foghat. Said he had a tiny peanut penny. My God. Debbie, did you sleep with the lead singer of Foghat? My God, lights out in London. Rip the knuckle off, rip the cuticle off. Why? I just seen it, Debbie. Why? Get the peroxide out, woman. My God, I see the blood. Oh, she killed him. Don't lie for her, Kel. Kel said, don't worry, she didn't kill him. She did. We know it all. She did. We knew it. God. You women, this are too much tonight. It's the biker bar she frequented. I told you, ladies, all you ladies, we love the bikers. They're such great people. We love them. And then all of a sudden you go into a bar and you get beat up or raped, and then you're like, and you wanted the bad boys, and now you can't handle them. God, I told you, women. Next time you might listen. Oh my God, Debbie. That's what happens when you mess with them bikers. Well, you women in America, they just don't want old-fashioned dudes. They don't want dudes that went to work, came home, sat on the couch, watched TV, fell asleep, got up the next morning, did whatever. They want these bad boys, these killers. And then when they're in so deep and they become the victim, then they change their stories. Some of them still go back for more ass whooping and more crazy stuff. Women need some guidance, something. Great White. That's funny he mentioned that. I was just watching that the other night, the station. The Great White fire, the station fire, where 150 people, I think, died, 200 people. You people are so good. You're so good. I do want to thank you people for manipulating, mind games, controlling. You created this machine of broken down parts that we reassembled. An Arctic rabbit. Debbie, I guess somebody made a copy of all my private stuff, a driver's license, and was caught acting like me. Birth certificate and everything. Crazier than $2 horse. Unbelievable. Rolling in the jib. Yeah. She's sucking on a bone. She's sucking on bones. She's sucking on bones. That one-eyed Willie roller, rolling bones. She likes his hog leg, and she rides and rolls it all day. She's smoking and rolling that bone. Smoking that bone. Gonna get her, gonna ride. Smoking bone. She gonna take a little ride down the back roads. Smoking them bones. She's playing with her hog leg, running down the road, gonna smoke and roll one of them big bones. She likes them. Rolling up a bone. She likes to roll them bones. There's another one going out to all the great ladies. Bone rollers. Bone smokers. Excuse me. I agree, Debbie. I don't do that. I don't do that either. Here, ha, don't stop. Gotta get him in the middle. Nah, I ain't know nothing, Debbie. I ain't worth nothing, girl. I ain't worth dog shit. You stepped in today. I ain't worth the cow chip you threw at me today. I ain't worth nothing but when it comes for you to need to smoke a bone. You don't care anymore. Go Kyle tripping. Nah, Kyle tripping. I have one, but I used to consume much weed. Oh my God, Debbie. Maybe the potency of what you're smoking is too high, Debbie. I notice you have moods, but what woman don't? What woman don't? Debbie, I don't know what you did to your hand, but it looks like you broke it. I think you broke one of your little sausage fingers. Girl, I think you broke your bone. Twisted it and mangled it over. Not a way to court a lady. That's exactly right, Cal. You couldn't be more right. What lady cusses me out, Debbie? I don't think I've had any woman ever come in here and cuss me out. The only woman that cusses me out is you. Behind the scenes. Right? But you can try and make people think that I'm an idiot. What woman came in here and cussed me out? I don't think any woman ever came in here and cussed me out. The only woman that cusses me out behind the scenes is Debbie. But she'll make it seem like she is just the greatest little woman in the world. But little do they know, she's literally a little Tasmanian devil. Wish my dang roommate, ow, would come home, but she seems hell-bent to get in trouble. Well, that's what your roommate does, dude. Is this the roommate that you fell in love with? Or the tarot card kelp? I'm not sure which one it is. I know I've been taking so much crap from people for so many years, Debbie. I just spewed it all back out. It felt so good. Does she have a phone caller? But y'all know me, got that probably gonna be stars someday, got mud on your feet. Big disgrace, somebody better gonna put you in. We will rock you. We will rock you. Go on and get down with it. Good. That is really good to have. Hell yeah. We used to sing the Bleachers game. Did you guys do that? Oh yeah. I used to play football in high school. All the people cheering for us. I can hear the cheers right now. You idiot, Kramer, you better not drop the ball. The good old days. The good old days. I love that 360. Dude, you played basketball for 4 seasons. The 4 Seasons were a great band. I can't believe you played with their balls for 4 seasons. I can't. That's 4 Seasons. The band. There's a band called the 4 Seasons. Frankie Valli and the 4 Seasons. And then I went ahead and I use that. See, that's improvising right there. That's how you do it, right? She said she played basketball for 4 seasons. I said, oh, I can't. That's a great band, the Four Seasons. I can't believe you played with their balls for 4 seasons. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. Juggled their balls. Those guys are dicks. Ah, what a great night. Nothing phases me anymore except for Debbie's bloody twisted hand. I hope she put some hydrogen peroxide on it. What did I do to her? I don't even live by her. I don't even know where she lives. I've never slept with her, never met her. And Kelt said, what did you do to her? I didn't do nothing. She broke her own hand. Oh my God, all this dude is talking about his penis. Come on, Kelt. There's more to Shaq than his penis. I go where? Now Kelt is saying, not you, Johnny. I'm not talking about me. His money. God, leave my money alone. Kelt, us must be huge. Oh my God, here they go again. I can't believe these people. I don't know what these ladies are up to now. Something probably to do with penises. Or this dude. I don't know. You are never dirty. I don't know where you're getting dirty from. You're not a naughty person. Thank God. Because I don't know if you're a man or a woman. And if you're talking the stuff you're talking in my chat, that's not dirty. Oh, I'm seeing they're talking about my tiny penis. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm no Shaq. Oh, she said, drop a link, old man. I'll call. You'll call what? What are you going to call? They're going to call Ghostbusters. StreamYard? I'm not on StreamYard right now. I need to go StreamYard. I'm doing it on YouTube Studio. How are you doing this? Here's me when I was a young kid. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if I can zoom in. That was before the devil got his hooks in me. Oh, you know it was the 70s. That was back in the day. I think that was probably 74, whatever. That was when Elvis come out with the big collars. Righteous, bro. All the bands, all the big guys are wearing. Debbie said, "Why ain't you smiling?" Because I wasn't having any of this. I didn't like being dressed up like that. I didn't have jeans and a t-shirt on. I was pissed. Hey, here's the one that. There's another photo of me. The one I use on my accounts. And there I am playing the old fiddle. I ain't nothing but a funny on a riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. Here's me and my little Chihuahua Spike. That little booger. Oh, there's my Epiphone AJ Super Jumbo. That was a great guitar, acoustic. There's me with my little dog, my little Spike. Little booger passed away. I miss him. Here's my other account, which I don't know what happened. It wouldn't let me in there. But now I don't know if they connected it to this account that I was just showing you the other photos from, but this is my other Facebook account. Just Johnny Kramer. The other one's Johnny R. Kramer. But it's like they connected both of them now to the one. Oh, here's me down in Florida fishing. Woo, doggy. That was me in Florida. I was out there in Clearwater Beach, Tampa. Or no, Tarpon Springs. I was out there in Tarpon Springs. Caught me a big old giant sea bass. That sucker had some huge vampire teeth. Let me see if I can find my. I think I had my cars. In one of these accounts, I had my cars in there. Maybe it was the other one, the other account. I had a big giant pair of welder gloves on, Kel, because the dang thing had giant teeth on it. It was huge. I thought I hooked a whale. Yeah, I was fishing off of the seawall down in the Gulf there off of Tarpon Springs. We were at work all day, right? At that time, I was doing decks and siding with my buddy and his father-in-law. Uh, just got off of work, took a shower, started pounding the bears. It was on the seawall. The sun was going down. It was getting kind of dark, and I thought I hooked a whale. That thing hit so hard, it just took off. And I was like, holy crap, this thing's giant. Yeah, I hooked a pelican one night. I was fishing off the seawall. It was dark out. I was out there with a lantern fishing. Went to go cast my line, and a pelican was flying by. I didn't see it because it was pitch dark out. Hooked him, uh, and my line started taking off, and I was like, what the F is going on? And I snagged a pelican then. I was running down the seawall because I was holding my fishing pole up in the sky because the dang thing was flying away. It spooked the shit. I was like, what the hell is it? I had to cut the line. It was some kind of either a pelican or a crane or something. It was unbelievable. Poor bird. Yeah, he got snagged and stuff. So I had to cut the line. You got to watch out. Them cranes are crazy. They'll fly right into the side of a trailer. We'd be sitting there watching TV at night, hanging out, drinking beers. And the next thing you know, you hear boom. The trailer would move a little bit. That was that. Oh my God. You look out in the yard and it's a crane, right? Getting up, shaking its head off. And it just would fly into the trailer all the time. It was an alligator. Was your buddy named Ricky from Michigan? That would be crazy. Small world. No, I was out there with my buddy Duke. Don. His real name was Don. His nickname was the Duke. Your tortoise. You got a tortoise? Was I traveling in an RV? Or are you talking to Count, Bevy? Were you traveling in an RV? Me? No. Nope, drove